Three presidents of the so-called Ambazonia that does not exist, they don't have even a standing army in their own origins, in their own place of birth. To begin with, Sako Ikome, who happens to be a small opposition leader in Ambazonia, has erected himself as a president, whereas he has no boots on the ground, he has no soldier loyal to him, especially in Fako, and he has no one in the entire southwest region that pledges allegiance to him. It tells you this is someone who is power mongering. It tells you this is someone who would go at length to kill for power. It tells you about someone who is absolutely corrupt. Sako Ikome. The second person who has erected himself president of the Ambazonia revolution and is currently incarcerated, Sisiku Ayok Tabe, has no military on his own in his homeland, Mamfe. He has nothing that pledges allegiance to him. On the 1st of October 2019, we all saw that. Instead, the Ambazonia Defense Forces have chosen to erect him the president, and we all recognize him as the president because he is in jail and he has sacrificed a lot despite his inherent shortcomings. The third person who happens to be the president of Ambazonia by self-appointment is Goji Dinka, who currently resides in the United Kingdom and has been there for decades. He was on self-exile, he was a paramount chief in Batibo, and he has never ever stepped foot on Batibo or Ambazonia ever since he left. And that is someone who has no soldier that is loyal to him. That is someone who has been absolutely silent. And that is someone whom we don't know anything about. All of these so-called presidents who are raising themselves to the highest echelon in Ambazonia, but have no military might and power, are completely useless. They are completely useless. They are flaccid. And all they do is only a farce, a sham, and a scam. If it behaves like a scam, it is a scam, and if it behaves like fraud, it is fraud.
Please, we are going for a war that we will never win. That we will never win. We should deal with this thing very smartly.
And I will still insist. When we go down to ground zero, we will know who will be the president. Because we have the military might, we have the guns, we have the bullets, we have all necessary to erect any sane regime on ground zero and to supervise elections. We will know truly who is the contested president of Ambazonia. It's completely embarrassing that 4 years down the lane, we have people who want to call themselves presidents, but who've never ever armed any boy on ground zero, but who've stolen $2 million, and all they do, because they have some travel documents to travel out of the country, is to jump from one country to the other to ask for Swiss government to give them money and Swiss chocolate. I'll share with you on the side of my screen what one of the leaders of the Swiss-led process is talking about Sako Ikome and tweeting it on Twitter, where even international partners are watching very, very closely. It tells you the Swiss-led process has failed. It tells you exactly the mindset of leaders who are pledging their allegiance to Sako Ikome, and it tells you exactly why the game has failed. Thank you, Bo Herbert, for this great initiative, for showing to us what Sako Ikome is up to. Bo Herbert writes on his Twitter page, listen and watch. Africa's first democracy, Southern Cameroons, found its voice and dignity in 1953. Enabling annexation, Muna worked for the colonialists to oust Njua and sabotage Ambazonia. 3 generations later, we are still in the woods as the Clownshow continues. And he posted a picture of Sako Ikome, and it is clearly written, Scammer Sako Ikome. This is exactly the reality happening in Ambazonia, where people sit abroad, people who have been banned on ground zero because they stole $2 million, and all the immunity they have is on Facebook. The reality on ground zero is completely and a stark difference from what is happening abroad. The reality on ground zero is that Sako Ikome will be arrested the day he ever steps foot on ground zero. Sako Ikome will be immediately arrested, and we are not compromising on that. He will be arrested for all the treasonable offenses he has committed in Ambazonia and for erecting himself a president, whereas we don't have a country. He will be interrogated for that. Whatever you see on Facebook, believe me, whether in 30 years from now or 20 days from now, Sako will be arrested the day he steps his feet on ground zero.
Sako no ever see good for the life. No matter what they do. I want to see comment for any place. When I shoot you rotten tomato, take flag for you. It represent we.
And when Nyambere was facing difficulties with Irene Gua and Sako Ikome, releasing videos and talking how they paid him to kill other soldiers on ground zero, whereas they've never given him any gun, all of us know it, I took up the initiative on Facebook to say, hey, I will call Nyambere and advise him to steer clear of all of these political miscreants. And that is what I did. And all what I did was available on my Facebook videos. Everybody can testify to what I have said. And what I've said is a brotherly advice. Should I tell Nyambere to go to Cameroon where he will be killed? When he has no weapons, when he has no guns, when his so-called leaders have abandoned him, they give him no guns, they give him t-shirts, maillots to go and fight against the enemy. I will not advise Nyambere any day, anytime. I will not, even now, he's not prepared. I will advise him to leave that Nigeria where it is insecure and go to a neighboring country like I always said. Ambazonians, be very wary of politicians in a revolution. Be very wary of these so-called presidents whom all they know is to raise up surrogates who are politicians in the revolution, as dull as Yannick Sikot. One of the dullest activists I've ever seen in my entire life. The other one, winner from Guy, I had the other one, Uchiba Nelson, where they talk now. When I don't know, say down a president, don't come off for outside, it don't come here. So now man with the president Sarkozy, so it don't come here for coming to our president. Now our president, that dull one that they call Uchiba Nelson, that papa, as dull as he is, very villagitic idiot. Very, very villagitic. But those are the people who keep pledging allegiance to a fake president from nowhere. You see, naturally, when you see Uchiba Nelson, he looks very dull. He looks really, really dull. Very dull fellow. For talk say for America, I don't stay for America for more than 10 years, no fair talk. Oh, man, that was president where they call us Mr. Kode, so he will come for years, so for camp put that tank for, we don't talk say, that president will come for years, okay, you can't put that was flag for years. Someone want to make sure so when I support on IG, want to support on IG. And birds of a feather flock together. That is why Uchiba Nelson, his best friend, will be, how do they call this idiot? Yannick Sikot. Those people who cannot even speak, who don't even, irrelevant people in the revolution. But if you like them, they should rant from A to Z. From post to post, they should rant. They will always keep ranting without any strategy or anything to show for.